Hi everyone, welcome to this episode of Always Baked. I'm Cupcake with my special guest today, Lady Grackle Bird Breath.
Good morning.
Oh, good morning everyone. It is 8:45 p.m. and it is morning for us. I'm going to light a cigarette real fast. If you're just listening to us here from ASMR, if you're watching us, no children, don't watch the screen right now. Mommy's going to dish something bad. Well, yes. Maybe that's cigarette smoking right there. Everyone, so a little inside information for you. This is actually the second. Oh, see my titties. There's that one. Oh, the mic keeps turning off.
Yours?
Yes. How would we start again?
It's one. I mean, left theater.
Sorry, live theater, everyone. Yes, my mic keeps turning off, so if you can't hear me, I'll yell for you next time, bitch. This is actually the second time we're doing an interview with Lady Grackle. We filmed one in the early stages of Always Baked, and things have changed since we filmed that. That was it. So we decided to maybe come back and revisit Lady Grackle in her current state. Yes.
Absolutely horrible.
Her state is absolutely horrible. However, she did just give me a happy pill, so I love that. Are you very into happy pills right now?
Oh, very much so. Especially with the climate of the world.
Oh, yes. The climate of the world makes me want a happy pill for sure. What did you just give me for real?
It's like, it's a vitamin. You can get it at H-E-B. It's like
multi?
No, it's called like ashwagandha root. Ashwagandha.
Horny-goat weed?
No.
Have you ever had horny-goat weed?
No, but that sounds like something you do.
It's one of those pills that you take from the gas station that gives you a boner.
Oh. Do you remember that used to be that go-go boy? I don't know if I can say names, but Pablo, and he would always buy them right before he went to work so he could be hard at like go-going.
Those little pills don't do much for my dick.
Well, I mean, your dick has gone through a lot. It's
my dick has gone through a lot. That's very true, everyone.
She's tired at this point.
Oh my god! Sometimes I do look at my dick and I'm like, wow, you have been through a lot. It's a different color.
I know. I feel like your body is like 40, but your dick is like 60.
Damn. Well, it started at a very young age.
What age did you like first have sex?
First have sex? I think that's 12.
12? Yeah. Was it
on my early court? It was consensual. It was always consensual.
Was it with an older man?
Yes. Oh. But then it was with the older man and also then after younger people my age.
How much was the older man?
Oh my gosh.
Like 40?
It could be 30, 40, 20, 30, 40. I had the power in that situation. I felt like I had the power.
Well, it was my first time and I didn't know what the fuck I was doing. And then like I remember he fucked me and then like all I just saw was like his hammer swinging from the fucking thing. And I just remember like crying, not because I didn't want to be in that situation, but because I was the first time I was penetrated.
Right.
And I was just like, and then I remember shitting on him.
Did I cry the first time I had sex? I don't think I did cry. He was uncut and I just sat right on it. I don't know how I did it. It was big all day.
Oh, I didn't even sit on it. He fucking left me over doggy style.
I sat right on that fucker. He was going to, he was a student at Mary Hardin Baylor, a college student, University of Mary Hardin Baylor, studying to be a priest.
Oh. Is he a priest now?
I think he was for a while. I think he works at a restaurant now. Yeah. He tries to message me still. Like, nah, you fucking real.
You should just revisit it. So like,
I don't.
You know,
it's like, I remember the smell of it.
Oh.
It wasn't a bad smell. But I remember
from the first time you've ever had dick.
I remember the smell.
I just remember
bad, but it was just a certain smell.
I just remember shitting on my guy's dick, and I remember the smell because I was like, "Why does it smell like shit?" And I was like, "Oh, it's my shit." And then he was like, "Don't worry, it's okay. It's all natural. It's supposed to happen." And I was like,
"That's sweet of him to do that." Because a lot of tops are not that sweet.
On Grindr, like I'm very worried when anybody under the age of 25 messages me because I'm just like,
as you should. We're too old now.
Yeah, we're too old. Like I also like I want a man that knows what he's doing. Like I feel like if you're under 25, like I'm probably too much older for you.
You've lived too much life.
Yeah, and like the sex isn't going to be great because also with me, like at my age now, I'm just like I need a break. I need a game.
Of the young,
yeah,
very real, and like it's real. And also like I don't really know what to talk to them about. Like I don't know what music to play when they come in. You know,
yeah,
very like not my generation.
Oh, I mean, I always play. What's her fucking face?
Yeah, what do you play in your sex list?
What's her name? Oh my god, the one from Iceland. What's her name?
Bjork.
I always play Bjork. I play Bjork. Yes, and the reason I do that is because one time, or when I first moved to Austin, I was not dating this guy, but I was seeing him like a fuck buddy kind of situation. And then he played Bjork, and it was like, I forgot what song it was, and I remember I was fucking him, and then literally I was fucking him, and then it was one of the songs where she just belches, and then she belches, and I just remember I came all over the place to Bjork, and so now it's like I gotta have Bjork play in order to like calm
that. I think I played Bjork, and people be like, "Look, huge music."
Yeah,
I change my go-to is Black Sabbath.
that's a good one.
Yeah, I put on like Black Sabbath album and just started playing because it's kind of like rock, but also kind of like jammy and like it's not too Because I don't want to put on gauge circuit music.
Yeah,
that's too like.
See, I like to be more intimate. So whenever I start off with Portishead Glory Box.
That was so steady.
I know. I'm like, you know, I just want to. I want to get into the mood. Like,
I do like sexy music. I mean, yeah, it really does. Like, so I remember this one guy. He did on some like alternative fucking. Say, oh my god, no. Do you remember fucking that song? Glass Animals, that gooey song.
I want to fuck you like I fucking the Discovery Channel.
No. Oh my god, no. It was it's gooey. It's I can't even sing it, but it's like so sexy and like just like jammy, and we get the best sex to it, and I just put that on.
I just like to be intimate when I have sex. Like I don't like to like those like come and dump, like come and go dumps. Like
come dump. No. I don't listen, and I don't understand this either. Like who is into sloshing around a bunch of loads?
A lot of people on Grindr.
A lot of people. Yeah. But I think that's what I think it is. I think that people think it's going to be hot, so then they say they're into it. Because I don't know. Like, I don't know that many people. I mean, I know a lot of people, but I don't know that many people that are into like sloshed around some cummy hole.
I was seeing some porns where like the guy walks in, or he's like just like on all fours, and guys just come in and go, and it's like amateur porn because it's like he literally set up his camera like in the corner so he can get fucked by all these guys.
Now people that's filming.
I don't think so. I doubt it. I mean, because it's on the corner, it's very secluded, and it's just like I feel like and he looks like he's having a great time, but I'm like, I don't know if I would be having a great time because I'm like, I need a little bit of a connection. Like, I don't want to marry you.
No, right.
But I need some sort of connection.
Like to me, I can connect and I can disconnect just as fast.
Oh, same.
That was good because people are so scared about the connection. Like, no, baby, I can connect. I can be with you in this moment. Yeah. But as soon as you walk out the door, I don't remember your name.
I will say that people have fallen in love with me, though.
I'm saying,
like, not being cocky.
Have you ever said, I love you?
I think when I was younger.
Yeah.
I think when I was younger, and I was like, oh, this is it. This could be something more. When it was just purely sexual, like
I said it. I said it during sex, just like say it,
just to say it. I mean,
they did too, but they and then we did talk afterwards.
I also find it weird whenever people like that are strangers and like fuck me, and they're like, baby, oh babe,
I love babe.
I'm like, I'm not your babe. That's like
true. Is there?
I feel like that's reserved for like my boyfriend or whatever.
You're right. But it's also kind of fun to roleplay in that moment that we are like boyfriends.
Why not just get a boyfriend then? Because you don't want the. I mean, I'm going to tell you, having a boyfriend is stressful already.
And I'm going to tell you the reason why I don't have a boyfriend is because I don't know any happy relationships in my life.
Oh no, absolutely not me either. I always feel like I want to have a perfect relationship, but nothing's perfect.
Maybe nothing's perfect. No person is perfect either. When you have a crush and you make this perfect person in your head, you're setting yourself up for disaster.
Oh, absolutely.
That person will always disappoint you.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, I've gone through it, and y'all know that I've gone through it in the past year, and it's just like I was thinking that I could help somebody, and I'm like, no, I can't.
You can't tell nobody nothing.
No, when people tell you who they are, believe them. You know,
100%. And most people tell you who they are in the first like 10 minutes of meeting them. I tell you.
Sometimes they're really sneaky about it, but most of the time you can get a good inkling. So
I feel like I have a pretty good judge of character.
I mean,
I
to an extent,
I can smell the bullshit, but sometimes I let bullshit hang around.
Oh yeah. I mean, I've hung around with you, so yeah, I've seen what you've gone through.
Yeah, I've been through it.
Do you remember your old boyfriend? What's old? Shane.
I do remember.
Yeah,
Shane. Shane was my last
serious
boyfriend.
Yeah,
that was like 10 years ago.
Why'd y'all break up?
Because he went to the Christmas party at Rain and got super drunk and tipped all the bartenders in napkins instead of money, and then threw up all over the place. And I was like, I can't deal with this anymore. Like,
was that the night that he punched a hole in the wall, and then you came to that after party where I was at?
Yeah.
Do you remember?
I remember. Yes, I remember him punching a hole in the wall.
Yeah, and then like I went over to an after party that was like right down the street, and you didn't want to go because you were hanging out with him. And, like, I'm just gonna hang out with him, try to take care of him, and then like literally an hour later, I was doing rails off like someone's ass. And you're like, where's the after party? And I was like, come on over, girl. And it was like me and Henry and Andrew and Alan. And it was just about Jim was drinking.
Oh my God, I do remember that. You were in like the fucking courtyard.
Yeah. And we were just Just having much.
Yeah, that was a stressful relationship. Because this is what happened. The reason why we got together is because we fucked one night, and the next day he started to get really bad pain in his wisdom teeth or something. Yeah, and he had to go and get emergency wisdom teeth out. And he was bedridden for like a week, and I took care of him.
And I was living with you. I remember that.
Yeah, and then also Lady Gaga's fucking art pop had come out right then, so we listened to art pop all day while he was like laying in bed sick with his teeth. And I was like nursing him back to health for a week, and then we were boyfriends.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I blame Lady Gaga's fucking art pop, and
she got swindled.
I got swindled, girl.
What is up with people on teeth? Always swindling people to get boyfriends,
right? Yeah, that's crazy. I mean, I did like him, and I think he's doing well now. I think.
I mean, I think I still have him on Facebook, where sometimes he like posts up. I think he like lives like in some hippie town, like in Portland.
He was very hippie.
Yeah, he was very hippie. But I remember like you guys would like cook and bake and shit, and you guys would be together and like doing cute stuff, and I would just be there like, oh, I guess I'm gonna go flick my bean.
Yeah, he was like very like natural.
Yeah,
the dick was good too. I can recall it now. I haven't thought about that in a long time.
Yeah, you know what's funny? I never heard you even though our rooms were like this far apart.
We've also fucked at his house, I think. What house was that at?
It was right next to the Whataburger, the old Whataburger in Old Torp. I remember that.
His house was.
Yeah.
Where were we living?
We were living at the women's shelter.
Oh, Lady Grackle and I. Okay, I had this apartment when I first moved to Austin. It was a 2-bedroom, 2-story townhouse off of Lamar. My rent was $425 a month for the whole thing. And the reason why it was so cheap is because it was a battered woman's like apartment complex, and they had to have one apartment in the place that was like a regular apartment for like tax reasons. So I was the one regular apartment. All my neighbors were battered single women.
Yeah. There was that crazy lady in the front that always came over that was high as fuck on crack.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. That was cute.
And then I remember one time she made me go into her apartment. I was like, I really don't want to do this.
Yeah, that a lot. I forgot about her. It was sad. It was very sad. But it's really cheap.
Yeah. We were the only guys there.
We were the only guys. And we dressed up as girls. So
yeah.
That was the beginning of drag too.
It was. We were still in it. We were in the game.
That was, I mean, we were definitely deep in it then.
Yeah.
I remember why I got the start from there.
I just gotta say, people talk shit.
Everyone, we will be right back. We're going to take a little break. Yes, call it. Everyone, breaking news. I just found out that Lady Grackle owns a squatty potty.
It's the best thing ever. You want your colon to be nice and sharp? Just take a seat on the squatty potty. Or actually not a seat. Take a kneel on the squatty potty. No, wait, what's a kneel? What's this? Take a hike. Take a hike. Put your legs up. Put your legs up. Take a squat. Like the cavemen used to. That's the natural way.
This is the natural way. Shit like the cavemen do. Squatty potty. Squattypotty.com. We're going to use promo code Cupcake. And we're back, everyone. Thanks for coming back to Always Baked. That was a word from our sponsor. Speaking of the rapper Cupcake, and your Stanley Cup, I hate you. I tell people, sometimes I'm going to tell people my name's Cupcake. They're like, your Cupcake? And I'm like, yeah, the transformation's amazing, right? Like I'm this little white girl who becomes this like black rapper.
I mean, I will say that whenever we're billed as hosts for Austin Pride and your name pops up, everybody thinks it's still the rapper Cupcake.
I know.
And then like that one, what was it, last year? Last year when we had her.
She came with her mother. Her mother was her manager.
Yeah.
She's like 16 years old and her mother was
and
about fucking, what is that song? Cum shots.
Yeah, a Squidward's nose and stuff like that. And then I remember the whole entire like power system went out. And we had to announce Cupcake with our voice in front of like 10,000 people. Mm-hmm. And then she got pissed off because her mic wasn't working. And literally 2 numbers after her set, she just fucking bounced.
And you know what I did? I made Lady Grackle do it.
Oh, yeah.
I left. I was like, I couldn't handle it. I couldn't handle it. Listen, it was such a stressful day. And then the power went out, all that sound went out, and we were having to scream to the audience. And I was like, you know what? I'm not doing this.
Yeah. And I had to go back on stage while they were trying to fix everything. And Cupcake, the rapper, not the entertainer, was literally so pissed, and I felt like she was pissed at me.
Right.
And I was just like, oh my God.
It seems like, I mean, it's like, you know.
Yeah, like it's my fault.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh my God. And then so I'm literally yelling at the audience, and I'm like, this Cupcake's nowhere to be found. And I'm like, where's Cupcake? And then finally I go back. They're like, we're going to take like about 10 minutes to try to fix everything. I go back. This was already half out of drag. It's like, I can't go back out there. And so literally I have to finish out the rest of the show and then yell at the audience because they never got the power back on. I had to yell at the whole entire audience. There was like maybe 1,000 people there. And I had to yell at them and be like, sorry guys, the power's not coming back on. But if you have meet and greets for Cupcake, she's going to be at this building. And this bitch already is like pissed off that I even mentioned that because she just wants to leave. And luckily, her mother was really sweet. She's like, we know it's not your fault, but you look very gorgeous. And thank you so much for everything. So I was just like, okay.
It's hard in those situations because people are mad. It's like you're the talking piece kind of, you know.
Well, that was the same thing with Vander Van Odd whenever we had them on Austin Pride. Like, I remember they had an issue with their sound system as well. And then the stage managers or whatever told me or you or both of us, I think it was me mainly, because they fucking mean dogged me the whole time. Ugh. And I had to go back out there and be like, hey, the sound system went out and blah, blah, blah. And literally this person, Vander Van Oud, just looks at me and it just walks off. And I'm just like, I had nothing to do with it. I was like, I have to talk to thousands of people in this audience right now without a mic to tell them that you might be back. And I don't even think I think at first they were supposed to come back and they didn't want to because they were just over it, which I totally understand.
Yeah, I understand being over it, but yeah, I would not be mad at the host for that.
Yeah, and then, they were like, no, they're not going to come back on. And so they were wanting me to go to the next entertainer, which was locally a local entertainer. And then somebody came up to me and they're like, hey, Vander's ready to go back on. And I was like, okay. And I was like,
the drama. Listen, when you're performing, there is a certain level of like, it's heightened because you're in front of a bunch of people and it's like, you don't want to fucking embarrass yourself, but also like, there's a million things going on.
Oh, yeah.
A million different aspects of things that can go wrong, go right. And you can't get mad. This is the thing. If you didn't do a fucking sound check, there's like always in there. Mm-hmm. And you haven't like been up, on top of things, when something goes wrong, you can't blame it on the host. You can't blame it on the host.
Well, I think what they do is they do sound checks, but the thing is, it gets so fucking hot that they just don't realize like what's happening.
Listen, me and Grackle just hosted Austin Pride,
but the 10th year
this year, and I will tell you right now, it was homophobically hot.
Yeah,
to the point of like, I literally think it was cruel and mutual punishment for us and the crowd.
Yeah, it was
horrible.
Yeah, I mean, there's better locations to get for sure.
Better locations, there's better times of the year.
Yeah, like I'm like, if we're not gonna follow the June, when's Gay Pride Month? June. If we're not gonna follow that strict guideline, then why not fucking make it in November?
Yeah, but just beware, do it some other time. Yeah,
make it at the beginning of November or October.
Very, very, very rough this year. I mean, it's been rough before. We've been hot.
Yeah,
I was.
Yeah, I mean, this year I wasn't that hot, but you were going through it. As soon as you got there, you were like sweating, and I was wearing tits, and I felt fine.
Zach was hot too. Zach was there from me. We were sweating.
I felt great.
Well,
I think I'm just like so used to the heat.
Well, those tits. I mean,
yeah, I'm just like,
listen. Both of us are wearing tits today. I'm going to tell you something right now. Tit sweat is a real thing.
Oh yeah,
it's real.
Yeah,
and I feel for women so much because we need to take these tits off, but women that don't, oh my gosh, it's horrible. You have to wear deodorant or something. I sweat so much under these tits.
Well, they have Lumi bars. I feel like that's what Lumi bars.
What's a Lumi bar?
Lumi bar is like a little deodorant that you just.
That's smart. I mean, it's very smart because I can imagine that.
It's like a whole body deodorant, and I actually use that on myself now because I started tanning, like spray tanning.
Mm-hmm.
So I have to use that because it helps with your pH balance.
Wait, does spray tanning fuck with your pH balance?
Yeah, because you know how you smell like weird. You smell like dirt after you spray tan.
No, I don't know that.
You have to have smell like a spray tan. Yeah, it's a weird smell. You smell like ground. You smell like dirt.
No, I don't.
Well, that nose has been through a lot as well as all dick.
I don't really have a good sense of smell at all. Cocaine as a child really fucked up my nose.
Has it?
I really can't smell.
Well, it's also because you continue smoking too.
Yeah.
So like I say that I quit smoking.
That really affects my sense of smell that much?
Yeah, absolutely. Like I gotta say, like whenever I switch from smoking cigarettes to vapes, like now I smoke a cigarette like every now and then, like maybe like. I used to go through 2 packs a day. And now,
I don't want to smell bad things.
No, but it's just like, just in case if it's you. That way you have
that. So you know if you smell bad.
And nobody comes up to you and like, hey, girl.
This is the thing. I can smell like the heat of someone. Is that weird? Like I can smell when something smells hot. Like,
what kind of superpower is that?
I don't know, but it's like, I know like, it won't smell bad, but I'm like, I bet that smells bad because it's hot smelling.
Can you imagine that's like your superpower? It's like, out of all the powers, you're like, I know when people are hot. That's the most useless power. Right. It's like, yeah, me too. They're fucking red and they're sweating.
Right. I think that I don't know. I'm if I was gonna lose a sense of my senses, smell would be the one I want to lose. Right? What sense would you rather lose?
Taste. I think taste because that way I can just eat cauliflower all the time and just be hella fucking healthy.
That's true, and not have to like work. But I mean, See, because people are always like, "Oh, you're not gonna be able to smell something good." I'm like, but I also can't smell anything bad.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah, and I can't taste anything bad either.
I think true. So you eat garbage.
Yeah. Oh, I mean,
You think it make you sick because you eat bad things?
probably because it's toxic waste.
Well, no, but you eat bad things sometimes because you don't know how they taste bad.
I feel like I would want it where I like knew what they tasted like and then lose
And then lost.
and then lost.
So would you rather be like it'd be taken away from you?
Yeah, and then I'll be like, oh, well, I guess I can eat cauliflower and beets.
You like the way cauliflower tastes?
Absolutely not. I don't think anybody does.
I love it.
Yeah, you also like fried okra, which is weird.
Okra anyway is amazing.
Oh,
fried, baked.
That's like what my 90-year-old grandpa that doesn't exist eats.
Baby, I love me some okra.
I just can't. I just feel
It's so good.
maybe I was just like not raised on those kind of vegetables. Like, you
Okra,
know,
beets,
no.
cauliflower.
Mm-mm.
You really cauliflower tastes good to me.
We also gotta remember, like, I wasn't raised on those vegetables. Like, we ate different.
You weren't raised on any vegetables.
Yeah, pretty much not. But we were raised on Happy Meals because
I love a vegetable. So the only vegetables I don't really like are
tomatoes,
I like tomatoes.
onions,
I love onions.
zucchini.
I'm not gonna always. I won't choose a zucchini, but I'll have it.
It's there.
Yeah, cantaloupe. I don't like cantaloupe, but that's a fruit.
Caleb?
Cantaloupe.
Oh, cantaloupe. I was like,
In fruits and vegetables, the only thing I don't really like is cantaloupe.
Caleb's a bartender at Oak and Harry's. Jeez, Louise, everybody.
No. I cantaloupe I don't like. And there are people. Okay, listen. There are people in the world. I asked because I was like, I had some pineapple and I had some cantaloupe, and one of the people I was hanging out with, they were like, "Oh, I'd rather have the cantaloupe than the pineapple," and I was like, "Are you crazy?"
Huh.
To me, that's psychopathic. Someone would choose cantaloupe over pineapple. What is the matter with you?
Yeah, I don't like fruit either, so I wouldn't.
I love fruit.
I would say no.
But pineapple, yes. Pineapple is so delicious, and cantaloupe is so fucking boring.
I feel like I should eat more pineapple so my cum can taste good. I don't know.
I don't know how much stock I put in that. I do eat a lot of pineapple, but I don't taste my own cum anymore. Actually, that's a lie. I did recently. No,
Were you just jerking off and you were like,
No. It was like they fed it to me.
oh. Was it like one of those like kiss kind of things?
A snowball.
Is that a snowball?
So a snowball is whenever someone comes in your mouth and you pass it to your partner via French kiss.
Oh, I thought that's when you licked it from the asshole.
That's felching.
Oh, the things you learn, kids.
Yeah, felching is, and you know what's crazy? It's okay. I heard this felching as like a sexual fetish, right? Where it's like someone comes in someone's ass and then you suck the cum out, and I was like, that is disgusting. Like I could not ever imagine myself doing that. However,
Yeah.
I was in a three-way situation, and it organically happened. Like, so what happened was, my friend was fucking this other person, and I was below them, and I was like sucking their dick while they were fucking,
Uh-huh.
and then they came inside the butt and
Uh-huh.
pulled out, and the cum came out, and like it came in my mouth, and I was like, oh my god, this is hot. Like it was like the natural felching. I wouldn't suck it out someone's asshole, but in that moment, I was like,
So it's already like dripping on you, and you're like, might as well.
Check it out. Yeah.
I can just see like the little hole pucker, and
I
just
think like rimmed in with a cum slut.
did you taste any shit?
No, I didn't.
Have you tasted shit before?
I don't think so. Although, how could I not have? You know?
I mean, yeah, with your exclusivities of sexual deviancies.
This is the thing, and I heard it on another podcast. We're all stack queens.
No, we are. Yeah, I think
no matter what, no matter how obscene you think about it is.
no, yeah, I think Delta said that. I think we're.
It's very hard.
I mean, us as gay men, we don't have very many holes, so it's like you got to pick one. You know, what kind of fucking 6-nipple alien dog are you? Are you also into nipples?
I love nipples.
Yeah.
I love it.
Do you like it when they play with yours, or you like playing with others?
Both. Don't like clamp them. I don't want clamps.
No.
But I want some gentle.
Yeah, some gentle.
I want to milk them.
Yeah. I recently saw this. Like, I started getting into like the peck nipples, like not, you know. And then I was like, oh my god, and they're just like rubbing each other, like, and I was like, they're not even naked, and they're just rubbing each other's nipples. I'm like, oh my god, I'm fucking hard.
It's hot. Yeah, it's hot.
And then you know, because like whenever you go on porn, it just goes through. And then there was this like older guy whose literally nipples were like the size of like children's fingers.
Oh my god!
Like that. And I was like, because they put that suction cup shit on it, but then I guess they stayed like that. So
over and over again.
Yeah, so it was like he was pointing at me.
I can't handle that. Like that, the nipple play where it like deforms your nipples. I can't, because it's like cock rings. It's like fucking oh god, what else? It's a slippery slope, is what it is.
Yeah,
it's like you start doing it, and it's gotta be tighter and smaller and bigger and more. It's like a dick pump.
Yeah,
you do it once, and then you gotta do it tighter and more. And then all of a sudden your dick's like deformed.
It's like whenever you do drugs.
You gotta do, it's addiction. Try to chase the dragon.
Yeah, trying to chase the dragon. Don't do drugs, kids.
Don't chase the cock ring.
Have you ever done sounding?
Yeah.
Yeah, where you stick it's like where you stick a rod up your dick, right?
Yeah.
I worked at a sex store for a little bit, and then I remember like they were showing me all the products, and then like I saw these like skewers, and I was like, why the fuck do they have skewers? And then they were like telling me what each product does, which most of them I knew. And then I saw the skewers, and I was like, oh, this must be some sort of like key for something like for a gate, for like a gate or something like that. And they're like, oh no, those are sounding rods. And I was like, oh, for like a violin or something like that. And the gentleman who worked at this sex store, I'm not gonna name it here because they're so open, literally looked at me like I was the dumbest fucking person ever. And he's like, do you not know what this is? And I was like, no. And he's like, and you applied at a sex store? And I was like, yeah. And then he's like, let me show you. And literally just showed me a porn video, and I was traumatized. And then I had to like not work in that sex store because it was like an apparel store and a sex store. I think y'all know what store I'm talking about. So I was like, I'm gonna be up here now.
Listen, I cannot watch sounding porn. I cannot think about it being done. But I will tell you, the 3 times that I've done it, I was so hard.
Do you bleed?
No. Oh my god, do you bleed? No.
You just put it through the hole, right? Through the urethra.
Okay. This is crazy, y'all. This is crazy. So first of all, they have to be sterile. Because they're not sterile, it's easy to get an infection, apparently.
I used an infection, right?
I don't know, some bacterial infection. And when you put it in, this is crazy. If you don't hold on to it, it'll drop down there so fast.
That's why they have the loop, though.
Yeah, it'll like sink down. So you have to like hold. But I'll tell you, I was so hard when I was doing it. I don't think it was a situation that I was in with this.
Can you feel like there was a rod in there?
Yeah, a little bit. But the whole idea is that it feels like a sort of pressure. And then you pull it out, and the pressure like really feels really good. It feels crazy, and I don't like to think about it. But doing it was hot. I can't watch more. It's too much. But I don't know why doing it in the moment was hot. It's crazy.
I don't know. I just feel like I already feel weird whenever I pee. Like I don't know. I always feel weird. Like
you feel weird when you pee.
I don't know if it's just like a thing. I'm like, because I feel like I can feel everything, and I'm just like, I don't know. I'm just like,
I have a friend who when she was a little girl, she didn't like the feeling of peeing. She would hold her pee. She held her pee for like 3 weeks one time. And it fucked up her skin.
Oh, yeah. Jaundice, right?
No, it's not jaundice. It's like, it's kind of like that. But I mean, it fucked her. She had like kind of chicken pox skin.
Ugh, no, see, I pee like every like 30 minutes because I drink like 2 gallons of water every day. You know?
Drink a lot of water?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Like I have like 3 Stanley Cups that I try to drink. Like I try to drink 3 of those every day.
Stanley Cups.
I love my Stanley Cup.
It's cute color.
I know.
Let's see it.
Yeah, like, see, I got this because I mean, a lot of you are going to say Brat, but I unfortunately am not up to date with the Brat season. But I got it because it reminded me of my favorite movie, Beetlejuice.
Yes, I love Beetlejuice. My brain juice.
Yeah, and so that's why I got it. And it was at Academy Sports, and I made the man climb all the way up to the top. There was only 2 left. And I was like, your store says that you have some in stock, and I need one of these. And it was like, yeah, so I have 2 of them. But it honestly...
You got both?
No. I wanted to. And I was like, no, I should, because they also had a limit. I think it was like 2 per customer.
Okay, that's disgusting. There's a limit on Stanley Cups.
Yeah. I never thought I was going to be a Stanley girly because I was like, I can just drink out of any water bottle, you know? But it's like, I don't know. It's just like, I will say that my Stanley Cup is longer and colder than any other cup I've ever had in my life.
It's like a Yeti, right? Yetis are expensive.
Yeah.
They're expensive. Everyone, we're going to take a little break right now. Break time.
Stanley Cup. Get yours at Academy Sports.
We are not. It just felt that my Stanley Cup. And we're back, everyone. I think that when you're in a relationship, it's hard to like navigate when you want to have sex.
Yeah.
Because it's like, it becomes so like, if I recall correctly, it's been quite some times I've been in a relationship, but it's like, in the beginning, it's like, yeah, we want to fuck all the time, but then it's like,
yeah,
it becomes like schedule conflicts, kind of.
Yeah. Or you're just like not in the mood. Like, normally, like, he would try to have sex with me, like, after I got done with the show. And of course, like, I'm fucking tired. I'm hot. I'm exhausted. Or like after work, when I would get back at 3 a.m, I'd be like, no, I don't want to do this.
I just don't feel like attractive or hot whenever I'm getting out of drag. I don't like someone to see me. It's really hard for me to fuck someone who sees me in drag and then getting out of drag.
Yeah.
I don't like that.
It's the most vulnerable state that we're in.
And we look like monsters.
Yeah.
Monsters.
Like, I don't mind someone watching me getting into drag, but getting out of drag is the most vulnerable.
Yeah. It's both are bad. I don't like either one.
Like,
really don't.
And especially because also I have a very like extensive skincare routine like afterwards.
Right.
And I'm just like splattered with lotions and shit like that and white spots. And I'm just like,
yeah, you have to put yourself back.
Because taking drag makeup off is not the easiest.
What do you use?
I usually use like a cleansing balm from Elf, and then I use like, because I try to get as much as Elf as I can for my eyes, because I always get that like black eyeliner still as much as I'll wash my face. So I usually use that, and then like
I use Halloween.
Hell yeah,
Halloweens the shit. It's good for jacking off. It's literally the number one in like the beta world. It's the number one like product to use for masturbation.
Can you use it for cooking too?
No. That's I think Crisco.
Oh.
But Albolene it's also treats your makeup off. It's an oil-based makeup remover that is incredible. You just wipe on your face, no water at all. You just put it on your face, wipe it away.
Yeah.
It's but then I wash it.
Albolene.
Albolene.
You're gonna have to text that to me.
I will.
But yeah, I don't know. I just usually use like a cleansing balm, and I usually just wash my face in the shower, and then afterwards I have like moisturizer, I have snail trail, I have all this.
What is snail trail?
It's like that.
Oh, I do know snail trail.
Yeah, it's like,
snail. Yeah.
The snail trail. I think it's made out of snail poop.
Gross.
Yeah. It's made out of snail poop, and then it's like, and then I use like all kinds of like nighttime creams and nighttime masks, and also like
you look so young.
Yeah. It's also the Ozempic by Gorge Wellness.
Talk about that.
So I'm on, I forgot what it's called. I think it's Tripazitat or whatever. And I've been on it since June, and the set's catching on fire.
Yep.
But I started in June, and I went from like 216 to 17, and now I'm at like 185.
Baby.
Yeah.
And you know what? Never over 2 again.
Never over 2, baby.
Never over 2 again. Never over 2.
But yeah, no, I mean, because of course, I also went through my sober journey, like, the past better part of the year, and then I lost a lot of weight with that too, because I was a little heavier. I was like at 230, and then I dropped down after drinking, and then yeah.
I don't know if getting sober. I guess getting sober made me gain weight.
I don't know. It's just like, but also like I drink only like White Claw and vodka. You know,
Do you think that made you gain weight? The White Claw?
Probably. Well, also I will say this. I don't think the drinking made me gain weight. I think it's the fact of me being drunk and Uber eating.
And like eating all that.
Yeah, like because I would just like. I would
It's like, no, where you might get to work out.
Yeah. Like, you know how like some people, like whenever they're drunk, they get on Grindr and they try to hook up or whatever. Like, no, my process was I'm going to get home and I'm going to order like $70 worth of fucking McDonald's from Uber Eats. And then I would eat it all. And then the next morning I would wake up hungover as shit still. And then I would see all these empty wrappers on my bed, and they were all empty.
Oh.
And then I was just like, yeah. And I would do that constantly because, I pretty much worked every night, and I was like, oh my god, like this is insane.
Yeah, it's crazy. Like drinking that much, so it makes me like not eat well at all. I'm so glad I don't drink so much anymore.
Yeah, neither do I. I mean, the thing is, like,
we used to drink.
Yeah,
we used to drink.
Like now, I'll drink like one White Claw and one vodka shot, and I'm like, I am done.
I'm Budweiser and shots.
Yeah,
Bar.
I can't drink. And then there's like certain times where I will go out and I will drink, and I will get drunk, and
I can't get drunk like I used to.
Yeah, no, I feel like shit. Days. Yeah, days. Like I will, like if I go out drinking, like I literally sometimes had to plan like, okay, I'm gonna drink on a Tuesday so I can be good by Friday, because my hangovers would last that much.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
I just can't do this.
And I was just like, I can't do this anymore. And like now I'm drinking occasionally, but it's like it's not like where I was drinking every night where I was at my show.
Which is fine. It's everything in moderation. Everything in moderation.
Yeah.
Everything in your life in moderation.
I mean, also like was sober just so I could do my own health journey of like trying to prove to myself like not drink.
You know what's crazy is like, okay, so someone told me that like the new generation, like their reliance on phones and everything, like any problem that they have, they can just Google, right? So they don't have to like go through the process of a journey of like making sure that they can do something, they can figure it out, they know it themselves. So they never have that moment of like, I did something good for myself.
Yeah.
So they never get that moment of reassurance in themselves that builds confidence.
Yeah.
So that's why they're so sort of like antisocial and unconfident, because they never had to like do a task on their own and complete it and be like, feel good about themselves.
Yeah. And that's Gen Z.
Yeah, it's Gen Z. Isn't that interesting? I think that's true, because like they never like got lost and had to find their way home.
Oh yeah.
Like that never happened. But nowadays, like we used to, like I remember being like, oh god, it's not fair. I'm getting home, you're like, yes, I made it.
Oh yeah. I mean, there was like, I remember like there's been times where I would go to a hookup's place and I didn't have like a phone that had GPS, and I would just be like, oh shit, I gotta find my way back home at 3:00 in the morning.
Listen, that's one time I was in fucking San Francisco with my mother, and she took me, turned 21. She's like, went to San Francisco on business, and she was like, do you want to come? I'm like, yeah, I want to come. So she was working, and the last day I went down to the Castro, and then I was getting in a cab, and this guy was like talking to me on the curb, and he was like, do you just want to share a cab like to my place? And I was like, all right. So we get a cab to his place. I had a phone, but it was like a flip phone. I mean, this was a long time ago. This was 2000
during the pandemic, no.
2007 or something, like a long time ago. And his place was his 18-wheeler on Fisherman's Wharf.
Oh.
So we get to his 18-wheeler, and I'm like, oh my God, this is an 18-wheeler. We're in the back of an 18-wheeler. Cool. And then the guy, he was nice, but he started getting a little creepy. He like wanted to like suck my feet and stuff. And I was like, and he was like, I would just stay the night. And I was like, I can't stay the night.
In his cabin or the back of the trailer?
In the back of the trailer.
Oh.
Like, yeah. Like in the bed of a truck.
Yeah.
And I was like, I gotta go home. Like my mom, like we fly out in the morning. Like, no, stay the night. And I was like, I can't stay the night. And he was like, no, you're gonna stay the night. And I was like, now I'm freaked out and I gotta go. So I was like, okay, sure, I'll stay the night. And he went to the bathroom and I ran out. I literally ran out of the fucking 18-wheeler through Fisherman's Wharf into the neighborhood. And I was like, oh my God. I was like, okay, I'm safe. But now, like, how do I get home? Like, oh my God, what the fuck? There was an Uber service, nothing. I had to like find my way back to the hotel. It was terrifying, but you know what? I made it.
Did I ever tell you about that time that I went to New Orleans with like Poo Poo Platter and I ended up in the 9th Ward?
Oh my God, no.
With this guy because, you went there because I think you missed your flight. Like you always do whenever we get booked out of town. El Paso, New Orleans.
Mm-hmm.
But, and I remember we went there and it was me and Althea Tricks and we met this guy at the Eagle and we were all broke. Like we hadn't gotten paid and we were just broke as shit. And the guy's like, if you guys suck me off, I'll give you the rest of my, what's that Jamaican beer? The Red Stripe.
Oh, Red Stripe. Yeah.
Red Stripe. He's like, I'll give you the rest of that. And I was like, okay. So Althea starts sucking him off and I'm just drinking the Red Stripe. I don't do anything. Like the guy's kind of hot because I was getting drunker.
Yeah.
So me and the guy, and I'm in full like old lady nasty Grackle drag, like crusty white face, like nasty alternative.
Grackle used to be nasty.
Yeah. Like it's like, and then I remember I was like, okay, I'll go with you to your house. And this was before Uber or anything. And so he has a car and we go in his car and then him and I are just like hanging out in his room and I'm in full drag and I'm like in this leotard or whatever. And I have these crusty ass titties, Rebecca and Leatherface, the original ones.
Uh-huh.
And I remember like, he's like, I'll be right back. And I was like, okay. And then he comes out in this red slinky dress and this horrible, nasty,
synthetic drag.
Yeah. And he's like, hi, my name's Samantha. and then I'm like,
I gotta go.
I'm like, actually, at first I was like, and then he's like, can you help me with this dress? And I was like, okay. And then like he started like rubbing up against me. We were in his bathroom, and then finally like
oh my God.
we were trying to fuck, and then like I just couldn't because I was so drunk and I couldn't get hard, and I was like, I gotta go, and literally I had to call a cab. And I don't know in New Orleans where the fuck I was. Like my phone was dead, everything was dead. I was like, I live off of this place, or I'm like at this hotel over here, and literally I was driving through the 9th Ward, and I think this was just like a year or two after Katrina happened, so everything was like on those giant cinder blocks, and it was just like all empty and desolate because the hurricane just wiped everything out. So it was just like random houses, and the guy's just like watching me from his like little like door window in his red dress going like this. And I'm like,
so creepy.
I'm like, bye Samantha.
Bye Samantha.
And he was like this white fucking football player looking motherfucker.
Samantha.
The only time I've ever slept with a white guy. Well, actually, no, there's a Jewish guy, but I don't consider.
Oh my God, that's something. You know, Noodle's first name was Samantha. Maybe it was her.
No, she's just skinny.
Oh, he was bigger.
Yeah, he was like, oh,
Hard to get the dress on him.
Yeah, because we were trying to get it over his head.
Shut up.
Like he had it right here, and it was like one of those halter top type dresses. But the funny thing is about that story is that I fucking love that dress so much. And the whole time that I'm sucking him off and he's sucking me off and eating him out, my mind was, how can I steal this dress?
How can I steal the dress?
Because back in the day, I used to be a fucking klepto.
Me too.
Yeah, we would go to after parties and we would steal shit. Yeah. But my mind was like, how can I steal this dress? Yeah. How can I steal it? And I remember at one point I put it near my purse. And he's like, oh, let me get my dress back. I was like, oh, son of a bitch. But I remember going to after parties and we would just like be doing cocaine in the bathroom and the fucking host would go somewhere. And then we would
clone.
Me, Andrew, Allen, and I think we would put bottles of their alcohol in our bag. Like, we're done with this after party. And then just go back to somewhere else.
Yeah. Like, that was, we had to, do you remember the fucking cap that you could call that had alcohol in it you could buy?
No.
We used to call them to Henry's.
Yeah.
Nobody was drunk and he was like bootleg alcohol.
Oh yeah, he's I think not that person, but that's still around because I went to hang out with some friends like maybe like a couple of weeks ago and we wanted to drink, and then they called somebody and it was literally like an Uber driver, a cab driver. He sold a 12-pack of White Claws. Normally they're like $12.99 at like HEB or whatever. Most expensive is $20 at Walgreens. He was selling them for $45 fucking.
That's a fucking.
And I was like, he knows that nobody else can get some right now. So, and if you wanted a bottle, it's like $108 for like shitty vodka or tequila.
He makes money.
Yeah, he's like
He's an entrepreneur.
Oh, and the thing is about this guy is like you text him and he'll tell you when he's nearby. But if you keep texting him like, "Hey, are you almost here? Are you almost here?" He won't come at all.
Good.
Like,
good. Don't be annoying.
Yeah.
Don't be annoying, bitch.
And I'm like, because I remember I was like kept asking my friend. I was like, "Is he almost here?" He's like, "He will let us know." And I was like, "We can't text him." He's like, "No, if we text him right now, he's just gonna keep our money." Because you had
pay him for it.
Yeah, you had to give him like a certain amount. Just yeah, like
I love that.
Yeah,
that's very smart of him.
Yeah, I was like, oh, what a business. Maybe I should do that.
Very smart. Be your own business. Everyone, okay, so we're coming to the end of the episode. I'm going to implement a new thing. We're going to ask a guest a question. It's going to be the same question every time for a while. We'll see how long it lasts. So the end of the episode will end like this. Lady Grackle, the question I have for you is, what is the first thing you put inside of yourself?
The first thing was that guy's dick. The one from the...
Never knowing it.
No. I thought that maybe I could just
take it,
swing it, you know.
That's fine.
Swing for the fences. Why not?
That's a problem, yeah.
So whoever thought that me getting raped as a child would be the first thing I put in. It was statutory rape, so I didn't know what I was doing.
Right. You don't feel like you were in control?
No.
Okay.
Wait, what? Control, like me in control? Like I met up with him.
Right.
But also I was a kid and I didn't know any better.
Right.
But yeah, that was the first thing because remember I shit on his dick, so it was the first thing. But honestly, I don't really even bottom. I would say that I'm
You never explored your asshole though?
No, just because I feel like I'm so tight. I always say that I'm a top with bottom tendencies. Like I want everything. I want to be treated like a bottom. Like I want you to eat me out. I want you to like caress me and kiss me and love me, and then I'm gonna fuck you.
Okay.
You know?
I think they call it a passive top.
No, because I'm still pretty aggressive.
Oh
yeah. Like I would be like, go down on me now. Fucking lick my feet.
Bossy bottom. Bottom top.
Yeah, bossy bottom top.
Bossy bottom top. Cute.
Bossy bottom top.
All right. Well, the first thing they got put inside for herself was a man's dick, so she's very lucky. Or me. I'm sorry. I have done.
What do you have?
First thing I put inside myself was a Sharpie marker. It was like one of those jumbo Sharpies. Yeah. I was afraid that the cap would come off, so I had to put it in the back end first.
Did it explode on you and just turn your ass?
No, it turned all black. No, but
that's why your asshole's.
You know what? I did use the brown marker. just in case. Just in case.
Can you imagine if you use a highlighter and it's neon green?
Just in case. Okay. All right, everyone. My name's Cupcake. This is Always Baked. Where can they find you online, Lady Grackle?
They can find me at Lady Grackle and every Sunday for Dirty Dynasty Bingo at Oak and Harry's.
By us too.
Yay.
Okay, ATX. Everyone, subscribe, please. The more subscribers I have, the better. I'm getting jobs from this. Hopefully, maybe one day sponsorship Squatty Potty. So please click the little bell, subscribe to my channel, and we'll see you next week for Always Baked.
Bye-bye.